Okay, here's a bunch of stuff that Wheeler listed that I have to shelf and put away. There's Wheeler. And there's his table. He says he needs something to list. What about this dumbbell and this book?
Do a test flattening.
Ooh, a test flattening on these pictures.
Man, this whole thing is ridiculous. On eBay here, sharing contact info is allowed. This time it popped up where I wrote thanks. Thanks. Oh, he's gonna sell from outside source. I hate this. Ridiculous.
Wheeler's being censored on YouTube on The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer here in the office on Wednesday. Live and in charge. Oh, yeah. So, Tuesday's off day. Wednesday means I've got to pack some orders for a while. I'm in Wheeler's office, getting ready to chat with him for a minute and get him a new tote of items to list. Something over there is rocking around like there's a weasel in your wall or something.
There's the windows out there. It's the wind in the windows.
Wind in the windows. Alright, so 3 items that I listed the other day sold. I sold the multimeter Fluke, good brand. Sold the Olympus voice recorder. And this, somebody bought the rotary pin that I thought, well, there's rotary collectors, why not list it? So this sold for $6.99 plus shipping. Quick! Guess I underpriced it. Alright, Wheeler, here's your chance to rant about being censored on eBay.
I don't remember what I said, but I said that eBay keeps giving me this message like transactions must be completed within eBay, but it's like they must have trigger words or something. But I write thanks and the message pops up.
You're always on the edge of trouble.
Man, apparently.
So you're trying to do deals off of eBay.
No.
At least that's what the
That's
eBay,
what eBay thinks.
The eBay email thing where they continue to constrict the words you can use.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah. Alright, so you're working on these pictures we bought, you're flattening them, getting ready to lot those up and sell them.
Doing a test flattening here, see how well that works, and then I'll lot those up and sell them.
Okay.
Really interesting. A lot of them, apparently Montana is where some of these are shot.
Montana.
Marked on the back on a bunch of these. All from the mid-30s through early 40s.
Sounds great.
On Velox film, with all the original boxes.
Super.
So the film boxes alone will go for
$6,000.
It depends. I have to look at the graphics on the top, but I'd say 3 out of the 6 there are probably worth $25 each.
Let me bring you a tote.
Okay.
Before I do that, I just want to mention a frustration that I'm having today. Here's a Cook Taylor Hobson small little goober lens. Sold for $234. This is the second time it's sold. The first time we sold it somewhere and it went overseas and came back and it didn't fit what the person wanted. Wheeler looked it over, added a little more information. Darn it, we sold it again and the guy says, hey, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. And by didn't get it, they mean that they didn't get to the post office in time and they sent it back. So for the second time it's coming back from a different person and they don't want it. They're like, when you get it back, we don't want it. Time has passed, we were supposed to use it. Sorry, Charlie, refund our money plus international shipping. Okay, I found a tote for Wheeler and I cleared off his area. I've had a couple questions come in and there's been questions in the past about what kind of an inventory system that we use. We've got like 3,000 items. And when those questions started to come in and coinciding with that, I started to take a day off in my business to work on my business. I realized very quickly that my inventory system needed updating. And so I started to look at that And of course, when I started to look at that, I also started to think about other things, and we made this plan to go on the road full time. So I'm not going to fix my inventory system here. I'm going to fix my inventory system in my road trailer when I get that later this spring or into the summer. And I will show how we're going to organize our inventory, small shelves, bins, totes, numbering system, the whole works. And so when we get to that point, I'll show it. Right now our inventory is not very efficient. I know where things are for the most part. Wheeler knows where things are for the most part, but there's so many things and they are not labeled on what shelves are what, etc. We have date stamps and we have part number stamps, but we don't have any location component, and that certainly is going to be important. It's important to all large inventories. Imagine if you went into a library and you're looking for a cookbook and they say, oh, it's just in that pile over there. That's our inventory. You're going to run across a lot of cookbooks. I know you want this certain one, but maybe you'll find one you like. Oh boy. So, all right, Wheeler, I don't have a lot of time because I've got to pack orders from yesterday.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yep.
There's your empty tote that I just brought in. There's the junker tote. I'll just take that junker tote from you.
Yep.
And you can, you know, you can have that as your new junker tote.
Okie dokie.
So this mostly came, I think,
flea market stuff
from the flea market when we went last week. Is it all flea market stuff?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, there's one here. There's a Goodwill and Badwill.
So it was all that trip. It was all our trip over last week.
Yep.
Week ago, whatever. When we went out for a couple of times here and there, and we went out to the flea market for 3 hours or something. Well, what do we got? Anything good?
Yeah, definitely. 81 programs, recently crazy desirable. There's one there. The market is crazy flooded, and the selling market is crazy flooded. So there's like 1,000 of them for sale, let's say, and there's 5,000 sold. It's ridiculous.
So Canon AE1 program, and any other Canons?
I'd say all of them.
Canon's hot
have
right
a
now.
High. Yeah, I'd say all of them are high, but this model in particular is crazy.
And we got a good lens on it?
Yep, good lens on there, and the lenses used to go for $22.50, and now they go for anywhere between $40 and $60.
And that's just a standard kit lens?
Yep, standard kit lens. That's another good one. And since those cameras are good, all the lenses are good for it now too. So that's another thing.
So what else sticks out here?
Let's see. We have this right here, which this actually we'll look into like using this for my vlogging camera, but. Anytime you see like pure titanium, premium hard coating, full HD 1080 wild card, I don't remember, I think we paid like $5 for that or something. No battery, no charger, no nothing.
So it's a little bit of an upgrade.
That's a super high end one. Okay. Super high end. Like at the time, I guarantee you that was over $1,000. Who knows nowadays?
Right, and we hope we don't know if it works yet.
Oh yeah, and it's obviously 4 or 5 years old. It's reasonably recent respects though, and that's a sharp watch right there. Skagen Denmark with the military look and everything there, leather band, titanium. Okay. We paid $5 each for these watches, and there's some gold in here. These are the best of the best.
Now, what about that Pentax camera right there? That we picked up along with the. I thought that had a good lens on it.
Oh yeah, the lens is a real good one on here.
We got a CB radio. I got an in-dash GPS CD player for a Toyota. I got something else from them. I can't remember, but these guys were just like throwing us deals at like we're closeout year-end something.
Yeah, and they're reasonably. The prices are always up a little bit, but they're really good stuff is what it was.
So that, well, yeah, so that lens is what, $100 lens?
Yeah, because depending on condition, look at it too well, it's not, nope, not even a lot of yellowing in it. Those things sometimes get really yellowed, and you have to sell them as yellow fixed lenses and stuff, but I'd say it's 100 plus.
Yeah, we paid, I think we paid, what, 30 for the camera?
Yeah, I think so. 35 or 40 or somewhere in there.
And there was, what else came with it besides the body and the lens? Was there any other?
I thought it was just body and lens, but the body itself is probably $60.
Yeah.
Pretty good ones. It's nice shape.
All right, so bread and butter plus.
Yeah, definitely. We have like a baby G, so like a Casio G-Shock. All G-Shocks are 45 and up. That one in particular is priced 60. The Swiss Army women's watch, haven't looked it up, but it has the double butterfly, meaning that it's high end at the time.
Right.
And so probably original retail is at least 300 on that.
So this will keep
Good
you
one.
busy.
Yep.
Okay.
Should.
Get at it. Okay, so one other little...
Bought a new phone and broke it.
So how much was this phone?
I don't know. Expensive.
$900.
Yeah.
Looks like, what's the deal with it?
Well,
I see a crack right down the middle.
Fell from about 7 feet up onto asphalt in the cold.
I see a bunch of dingers and damage up here.
Yep, and then it has one crack there and one crack there. It's great.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's great.
So you wonder...
Here's my other phone here that's all broken up.
People wondered why... Yeah, I don't care about that one. That one's already dead stock.
Yep.
You should sell it.
It won't go for more than 15 bucks.
So people wonder why, dealer, would you put insurance on Wheeler's phone? It only took 2 months. Look what happened. That's why. I have to figure out the insurance contract on that and get a new phone. I think there's a deductible that Wheeler's gonna be gonna have to deal with. Wheeler's gonna have to deal with that darn deductible. Okay, so there's that tote, there's that tote. I probably have a few more in the back room. I will be liquidating camera junk in the next weeks. Okay, so I broke a rule yesterday and I did print the label and I packed that Amazon order that came in, that Olympus voice recorder. With Amazon, you got 24 hours to pack your order, otherwise they ding your little thing. So I took care of that one yesterday. I've got a bunch more orders here. Let me get those packed and we'll see how that looks. Okay, we got that packed. There's some small ones in there. I don't know, it's a few orders over 10. Let's get that loaded up, go on the road. I feel like I've talked driving around for a while here. I don't know what's going on. Too much inside time. I got out and did a 2-mile run yesterday. That was pretty good. I'm trying to force myself to go today, but the word on the street from Wheeler, the 50 day in a row man, I used to do that kind of stuff. Word is that it's pretty darn breezy and it's also got some humidity in the air, so it's kind of like running in an air conditioner, except it's 30 degrees instead of 70 like you want your climate to be, right? Well, tomorrow is a day to work on the business. Friday's a regular day. Saturday, I'm trying to decide if we're gonna go do some picking or not. I would like to get out of town and do some picking. Weather is questionable. Around here it's supposed to snow and be kind of miserable, and so getting out of here might be a problem. Getting back home might be a problem. We've run into that a couple times. They actually closed the highway down out here, and so if you're trying to get out, you can't get out, and if you're trying to get in, you can't get in. So tonight, which through the modern miracle of compression of time frames, tonight I'll be listing some more items and moving a bunch of items to stack up in my area so that I do list them. That ought to be fun on camera. I just revved up my percentage off sales on 3 of our selling channels again, so orders should crank up again. I'm going to drop off my stuff here, and I think I'm going to stop in at my thrift store. Last time at the thrift store, I picked up A couple good belt buckles. Except that one, I can't figure out what the heck it is. That's never good. Somebody has one listed, but they don't know any more than I do. They just list it as Big H keyhole belt buckle brass. Good luck on somebody finding that. But anyway, picked up a couple of good belt buckles, and I picked up that Game Boy Color pack, which turned out to be pretty good. So I'm gonna go to the thrift store and see if I can find any more goodies. I bought a board game for the family there for $2 too, and it turned out to be not enough fun for them. They didn't like it very much. It was too heavy on the math and a little bit not as fun as a board game should be. Well, I picked a few things up. It'll remain to be seen if it's anything of value, because I just kind of grabbed some weird stuff. Boy, I'm seeing things, I guess. I got some sunshine. So I pick up this camera and I look at it and I'm like, hey, there's a nice Pentax camera and a lens. And look at it and I'm like, hey, it says $5 on the bottom. All right, I'll take it. And I get up to the counter and she's like, well, where's the bag for this? I'm going, well, it wasn't a bag and the price was on the bottom. And she flips it over and she goes, where? And I flip it over and I go, where? There's no price. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing what I want to see. So I brought it over in the light over there, and of course the light was kind of shining in the window and reflecting, and had my hands full, and I must have just glanced at it and made this little mark on the bottom of $5, and I'm thinking, I'm seeing things, I'm losing it. And so I went back and looked for the case, and I couldn't find the case. And she must have been in a good mood, because she said, ah, it's all right, we'll just do $5. So it all worked out good, except I'm seeing things. So I bought some sort of a Beltomatic, oh, what do you call it? Make your own pin-o-matic, make your own lapel pins, I don't know. We'll see what that turns out to be. It looked like a lot of good stuff. Somebody's gonna want that, I hope. And I bought some sort of a turn your bike spokes into fluorescent bike spokes deal. Didn't pay much for that if it works. I'm trying to get some things for Banana Peeler to look up and to work with. I bought another game for the kids. Actually, not a game, it's Mythbusters action kit, so they can do some Mythbuster science stuff at home. And then I bought a box of magnets. I don't know, another craft item. People love magnets, right? I told you on the way out picking that I need to go picking. I'm going through picking withdrawal today. Oh, it's gonna get the best of me. I think the camera's a good score. The other stuff remains to be seen. That's right. That's right. I brought you a camera.
Ah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's cold though.
Yeah. You pay for this camera.
What does that matter?
Oh.
It's still cold. Be careful. It could be too cold to click.
Nah, film cameras are pretty much indestructible. Just in the battery door. I'll just drop $30 off of it. I can roast you, man.
Is the bottom plate gone too?
Nah, just the battery holder.
So maybe that popped out because it had $5 written on it, and then I got it up there and I'm like, where the heck where does it say $5? And so maybe the battery door popped out.
Could have been.
Oh yeah. Well, the body's
body's
not worth that much anyway, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, MV1 for sure. MV1's not a great one, actually. It's one of the worst ones, but all Pentaxes are like 50 and up.
50?
Uh-huh.
For the bodies?
Yeah.
Well, I should have looked around a little more. Maybe it popped off somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll have to go there tomorrow and look around.
Colby's an MX. I saw the M and it was like, whoa.
So how does it screw out of there or just pop out of there?
Screw out.
Might have been loose on there, huh?
Yeah, MV1's one of the cheapest ones, but they still go for anywhere between probably 45 plus in that shit.
Even without the battery?
Well, without the battery, it's probably 30.
So I need to look for that tomorrow. I need to go there and look for that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I saw it.
We'll check if we have one.
How about the lens?
Lens is okay. It's like 40.
40?
Mm-hmm. Yep, lowest end.
So for $5, I did all right?
$5, that's the deal.
Okay, we got to go home and eat. Okay, a couple other items that I picked up today. I just looked at this briefly. This is badge a minute. Got some instructions here. And right off the bat, I just briefly looked at these rings. It looks like I've got enough stuff here. I don't know. Except I don't see that I have a bench press or the hand press. So the set's not complete. Came in this box. I just had hoped it's in there. It's all these one side, two side pins. I'm going to have Banana Peeler go through and separate these into different sizes if there are. Front pieces, back pieces. I'm going to have him go through this and try to understand it and then see what we have here, if we sell it all together, or I just looked briefly, some people sell these rings separately. So I paid $8 for that. This is something that I have Banana Peeler go through and spend an hour with, get a little frustrated with, look some stuff up, work with it a little bit, and that's how he learns. So this is a learning thing. Bought it for $8. I'm almost certain that we'll sell this for 20 plus shipping, 30 plus shipping, 40 plus shipping. There's no loss here. But good thing for him to work on. So I'm just going to take these things, and I should just throw them back in this box and pretend like I never did this. I think that's what I'll do. And then he can discover it and play around with it, talk it through, think it through, work it through. Other thing I got is this wheel rider spoke mounted light display thing. It's in there. It's some electronic thing that goes on your spokes, and when your tire spins, it makes a picture. 12 images and animation. So paid $2.75. That'll sell probably for $15, $20 plus shipping if it works. I'll have Banana Peeler work that out. And then I didn't really know what these were. I paid $5 for these fun magnets. Kind of goes along with these things over here. I think in a lot it will be $10, $15 plus shipping. Maybe a little bit more. There's a whole bunch of other miscellaneous magnets, and some things have to be separated in there. Uh-oh, the phone's going off. Let's see who's calling us here. It's probably, it looks like it's about the car, the van. Okay, that was a message for Banana Peeler's paper route. I'm the guy they call if you gotta hold the paper. I guess I'm the manager of the route now, Banana Peeler. I'll have to forward the message. Okay, so anyway, spoke thing, bought for $2.75. I'll have Banana Peeler sort that out. Magnets, I don't know, there's going to need to be some work done on those. We might just sell them with these, or we'll sell them separate. Big score was the camera, although I may have lost the battery do-jigger cover. I guess we have one in stock, but I wondered why the price wasn't on there. It probably was on the battery cover, and the battery cover wasn't tight, and it sprung out of there and flew somewhere. So tomorrow I'll go to the place and I'll retrace my steps. I'll see if I can find it, see if I'm going crazy or not. While I'm at it, I am going to list this buyer number 19. This is that Galaxy I was talking about yesterday, Galaxy DX929. Now, if I'm out looking at these things and I don't know what it is and I'm not going to buy it, and I know it's 20 bucks and I think, well, that could be good, that could be bad, take a picture of it and make sure to include Galaxy DX929 Then when you go back and look it up, you can tell what it is. So that should be a good one, $100 or more, I would assume. I've got a couple of beer trays here left to list up. Under the Galaxy are some lenses and stuff for this telescope. I need to list that up. Turns out that these Honda things might not be new, but I might be able to salvage it with this middle piece. I'll have to look into that, otherwise I'll pitch those. Landsats, somebody bought part of the lot and then left me with this. I may just pitch these or list them, I don't know. But that's going to be about it here. So I'm going to move all this stuff for BP over in his area. I'm going to take care of the Galaxy. And what I'll probably do is I have a bunch more beer trays. I'm going to need to sell those. I bought them. I was going to do something with them, but now that we're going on the road, they got to go. So I'll probably just pull all those out and then start listing those when I get around to that. I'll finish up some of these other things. This I'll have to see if I can figure out. It's off a farm machinery conveyor thing. Apparently people make shelves and stuff off of them. I don't know. Wall decor. I don't think it's going to be something that I'm going to buy and sell for big bucks, but I took a sample from my picker guy. He says he has a bunch of these. He says they're like hotcakes. I think they're like hotcakes when you sell them in the traditional antique store 10 years ago. I don't know if they're still like hotcakes, but I guess we'll find out. So we're going to do some listing. Okay, this Galaxy turns out to be a newer model, I guess. There's a lot of new in-box ones available, $150 on up. I put this at $69.99 plus shipping, untested. Not much else I can do to it. I'm not set up to test these. Maybe I could figure it out if I really wanted to. I don't buy and sell a lot of them. One every couple of months maybe. Cobra is another reasonably good brand. I haven't run into any, but I just did CBs top to bottom. Kenwood has some pretty good CBs. So you got to do a search on these if you want to get into them. Galaxies usually are pretty good. This one just happens to be a little lower end, a little newer, not necessarily vintage, and used and dusty. $70 plus shipping. I paid $15 or $20. No big deal. Still a good flip. So it's about what I thought on this. It's funny how some people think certain things are valuable and certain things are not. You know, if you have these for $15 or $20, or you clean it all up and paint it all up and make it into a shelf and then have it for sale at your antique booth, you get 30, 40 bucks for it. Raw shape like this, you sell them in bulk, or, you know, people are selling them for 5, 10 bucks plus shipping. It's not worth it to me. I'm not even going to deal with it. I'm just going to throw it out. I don't want to deal with crap like that. I'm gonna fill this up with stuff. Okay, well, I picked this up and I thought maybe this was a new Honda wheel lock kit, but it turns out, whoa, ka-ching. It turns out that whoever had this took their old lugs and put them in there and used these on their Honda or something, but somebody said, hey, make sure you look this thing up. So you look it up by its name on there and its patent number, and it comes up. That will sell $28, free shipping. Ka-chingy! So I'll list that up. Okay, here's a big flame. This is not an Amico flame. It's something a little bit different, whether generic or another brand. I'm not going to do the research. Somebody listed it as flame topper, gas station, and sold fine. So there's people looking for this stuff. I listed it at $300 plus shipping. Paying to ship. Nice item. Probably paid 60 bucks, 50, 60 bucks for it. Banana peeler did a nice job of cleaning it up. So I'm hoping this one sells quick enough. And I've got one out here that's got 3 watchers, so that one will sell fairly quick. I've got to start moving all these big things. So here's a bunch of stuff that I brought in. A lot of this is pretty good stuff. It needs cleanup. I guess I could have brought more. There's large items back there that probably are better being cleaned up back there. I'll either clean them up back there if I get to them before Banana Peeler comes in on Friday and Saturday, or I'll just have him clean those up. So I've come to the realization that because of going on the road and because that this building could be sold or we could move out of here, things are up in the air. I need to list everything I have, especially these large items. I would like to make a profit on them, and I don't want to give them away. So I need to get them listed and give them enough time to get sold at a good dollar. So I'm not going to go to Denver. I'm not going to go picking this weekend. I'll probably just pick a little bit locally. I'll find a few things locally. Part of my problem is, like, when you look at this room, before we go on the road, everything you see here has to go away. Except maybe this, my arcade machine. Lon has said that can go, but obviously everything around it will have to go. I don't think that's going to fit, so we'll be selling that as a last thing. Get some use out of the love sack. TV will go, fridge will go, all the signs will go. We'll probably keep our water filter, and we'll probably keep the Coffee Ninja. Everything else has to be listed and or sold in our local area. And like when you go in here, it's the same thing. I mean, all the inventory, all the fixtures, all the shelving, all that's going except the computers and a few things, you know, everything. Everything. So that's kind of daunting. You go in here and it's the same way. You go in the back room, it's the same way. Probably will keep a few of the shelves, break those down and bring those along, and when we get in a storage unit, slide a few of those out, pop them up and use them for storage, and that'll be temporary. So you know, part of the realization is I have to sell some of my cool stuff. I have to sell my office out here. It is a change. I do like my office. It's not going to stop me from going on the road, but it is a change, and I do like my office, and I do like my Schlitz signs. They're replaceable. I like my Schlitz signs. I like my signs. I like my banners. I like my signs. I like my signs. I like my signs. It's not a problem. I'm not going to put them in storage. Time to move it on. Alright, so I'm going to list that flame up. $300 plus shipping. Here's another flame. I thought we had another small one. Can't find it. This is half of a bigger piece. Show some scratches. Still an interesting piece. Not going to find it very often. I listed it at 70 plus shipping. I'm also going to list this Schwinn marker if I can find out anything about it. It's a nice old Schwinn marker light. Don't know what that's going to go for. Hopefully 10 bucks. I'll update it if it's more or less. Well, I'm not sure on this one. This is a number 52 Schwinn. You find them out there. Let's see, Strato light. You don't find them with the sticker, the Schwinn sticker on there. Without the sticker, this particular one would probably sell for 30 bucks. I listed it for 50 plus shipping. It's got some goobers on it. 50 bucks for just a little throw-in. Woo! I don't know if I'll sell it for that, but probably will sell for $30 to $50. Listed. Okay, a reasonably scarce yellow stop sign. I don't know why they used these. It may be that they had more yellow ones before they went to red. It may have been a special purpose in a special area. No matter what, they are more scarce. You don't find them. This one is embossed. It has some sort of a message scratched off. Some of them said something about, you know, police and some other things too. So might have been a checkpoint stop sign. It might have been a construction shop stop sign. Who knows? But much better than red. The best ones are either wood and in good shape, or they have the marbles, reflector marbles in the letters and around them. I had a really beat one with reflector marbles that I sold. It went out to California. It sold for almost $300 and it sold quick. This one though, I'm listing for $109.99 plus shipping. When it goes on sale, it'll be right down below $100, and it'll probably sell somewhere between $80 and $100. Listed. Okay, so we found this thing on a pick we went on recently, a pick that I labeled the American Pickers pick. Now we're picking like American Pickers. And I lumped a number of things together. And I saw this Jeep all covered in dust and such. You know, we show it when we picked it up. It's a Willys Jeep. It's cool. It says Willys right here. It says Willys right here. It says it other places. This goes down. Hood goes up. It's really pretty cool. Stick shift is there. Obviously there's corrosion. The tires are in super nice shape. I don't know how that works, but fairly scarce. Not a very popular color with the white, and the green. Jeeps are always good. This is metal. This is probably from the 40s or 50s. I listed it at $109.99 plus shipping. That's amazing. It will not sell necessarily for that, but it will sell for good money, $70, $80, $90, $100. We'll wait and see. Okay, I'm going to be done listing. I listed 7 items. I've got a couple items to pack. A nice Pentax camera sold for $170 something. A little goober for $10, and a couple items have sold but not paid yet, including a $200 lens going to China, so hopefully that pans out. Sales are slow, but they've been a couple big ones, so that's always good. 738 and 7. Let's put that up on the board. We've been having a good listing month as far as dollars. 738. Let's put that right up there. Oh. We've got 6 listing days in, total of 14 grand so far, so we're doing what we have to do. It's a good decision to keep listing. Tomorrow I'll work on the business. Friday I'll do some listing. Saturday I'll do a bunch of listing. It's going to be good listing days for a while for me. We got a bunch of those good signs and stuff that I'm going to list up. That stuff always is good. It amazes me, some of the stuff we find on these type of picks. It's just a lot of unknowns, and you just, you know, you can buy a lot of stuff that's not worth much. There's a lot of that out there, so you gotta tread carefully. Let's talk to Wheeler. Oh, he's solving puzzles.
Yeah.
Did you figure that thing out?
Pretty close. Like that one, and then this one.
Well, yeah, that's the trick. Is
that's what I'm saying. I just started out there like 3 minutes ago. So.
Yeah. Looks like you're doing pretty good. So most of this stuff is from the flea market and our trip to Denver for 5 days. How did that stuff turn out?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's all reasonable. Let's see. I forget what the one.
There's one lens in there that was $100 or something.
Yeah. Something there. I forget.
Fairly good sellable stuff though.
Yep.
Mid-range stuff usually sells pretty well. Did you get a chance to look up some of the watches?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, and then the camera I bought you, did you make a decision? Should I go back and check for that?
I was going to find that battery cover out here and see if it fits right.
Okay, so you'll let me know before tomorrow? Because I won't go back unless you need me to go find it.
Yep.
Okay. So we might have a battery cover that fits it.
Yep.
Does it?
Well, we definitely have one that fits. I'm not sure if it has the magazine. I'm not sure the magazine matters or not, so we'll have to see.
Alright. Well, anything else going on?
Nope.
Alright. I'm going to let you go then. Man, a few words some days. I guess he's into his puzzle. That's okay. He'd rather not take forever to solve it. He'd rather get some work done. Alright, so I'm going to get these couple of orders packed up and get this vlog hit. Tomorrow, work on your business. I've got a couple interesting things to share. One of the projects I need to do is start identifying the large, heavy, slow movers, and what I'm going to do on those probably is price them back up and put best offer. And then I've got to identify some things to start throwing out. I've got to identify some things to put on my local classified bulletin board thing online. Try to move those out. I've got a freezer back there and some other things. I've got to start thinking about my signs. I'm going to put high dollars and best offer. I'm going to have to start taking some offers on those. And then I've got another project that has to do with the vlog here. We actually got a small sponsorship deal. So I need to work on that tomorrow and wrap that up. And I'll talk about it a little bit. It's interesting. Pretty interesting. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate thumbs up and support on these videos if you like them. We'll be back tomorrow with another daily vlog. Dealer out. No. What else do I have to say? Pick well, list often. What do you think? Should we do a t-shirt on that? Hats, t-shirt, pick well, list often. It's pretty catchy. Probably should trademark it, right? Before we hit 1 million subscribers. What would we do if we had 1 million subscribers? I'd probably have to move to an island. Every time I go out picking, I'd see somebody I know. Pick well, list often, prosper, dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer production.